Guys, welcome back. So on this video, what we'll be talking about is how Imlie lost her pregnancy. The video I posted yesterday, I told you people how she got pregnant, and also told you people that I will do an elaborate video to explain more on how she lost her pregnancy. All thanks to Malini, who is now so obsessed with hurting Imlie and also ruining Imlie's life. And this update is so emotional because she is actually pregnant for Aryan, that is the new husband, not for Aditya. And I'm sure most of you must have known who Aryan is by this time if you have been following my update. So let us continue with the video of the day. If you have not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification, and we'll jump straight into the video. A quick backstory to this episode is that Emily found a child in the temple, and the child is actually helpless, a little baby for that matter, and adopted the baby. And then after raising the child for some time, then Malini emerges and says that the baby is not actually Emily's child, and also that she is the person that owns the child that Emily found on the road and adopted. That is Aditi and Malini's child, and that Emily should hand over the baby. And we all know that Emily have been raising this child for a very long time, and it will be heartbreaking for Emily to hand over the baby who she now considers as her first child to Malini back. And Malini now reveals that she just left the child intentionally for Emily to see the child and pick the child up, and says that she kept the child to use it as revenge plan against Emily. So now Emily wants to legally adopt a child, and that is how Emily plans to bring Malini to her house in order to expose Malini to the orphanage and to the adoption center and to the orphanage people that Malini is actually a bad mother, so that they can give the child to Emily. But that was actually Emily's worstest mistake, because even then she lost the child she's carrying in her womb when trying to protect the one that is still alive, who is Malini's real child, though Malini doesn't care for the child. So that is just a quick backstory for you to understand properly what this is about. Finally, Emily gets emotional after seeing the little baby called Goodyear, that is the name of that their adopted child, and why Emily hugs Goodyear, who is sleeping. Afterward, Emily gets worried after seeing the adoption papers. Suddenly, Malini arrives there and warns Emily that her time is over now and that she'll kick her out very soon. Aryan and Anu also comes there after Malini. Emily then invites Anu and Malini for puja, which was in the next day in their house. Anu refuses the invitation, while Malini replies that she will definitely come for the puja. So when Aryan and Emily gets to the orphanage whose name was mentioned in the adoption papers, as they found Malini's name there, bribing the adoption center staff and everybody to hide that she was keeping her child in an orphanage, as she was the mother of Goodyear. So after seeing this, Emily thought that she needs to do something as soon as possible to get the baby's custody. On the other hand, Aryan starts insisting on her doing anything possible to get the baby's custody, and tells that he will feel jealous when she takes care of others like that. He mentions to Emily that I'm supporting you from the start and I'm also a partner, then we are team. So meanwhile, at the Chatuvedis mansion, Malini was discussing with Anu that she knows very well what Emily is planning and that Emily is trying to trap her in her own plan. And she says that she is aware of everything, but she will use Emily as a toy and asks Anu not to worry. Afterwards, Malini hits the baby pram and breaks it by falling it by the kick. The next day, Anu and Malini gets to Emily's house for the puja, and they start taunting Emily by saying firstly a mother should take care of an old child. So during puja, Gudia started crying. Malini and Anu started ignoring her crying. Don't forget that Gudia is actually Malini's real child, but Malini no care, like she no send. They wanted to draw the attention to Emily towards Goodyear, so Emily then asked Malini to take the baby to the other room. They both then headed to the room with the baby. So instantly after Emily left the room, Malini throws the milk bottle and the baby started crying again. So she did this to draw Emily's attention backwards to the baby, and Emily thought that the baby was crying even more after drinking the milk. So guys, that is how Emily entered the room and saw the milk spilled in the floor. She got angry and made another milk for the baby because Malini have poured away the baby's food. She doesn't want the child to eat. Emily then promises Malini that she will teach her a very big lesson one day. So as the puja then begins, Emily brought the baby outside the room, and suddenly the lady from the orphanage arrives there. So this is to decide, okay, who the orphanage people will definitely give the baby to. Would they give it to Malini or would they give it to Emily? Don't forget that it is at this orphanage giving of baby that Malini now pushed Emily as she fell down and lost her pregnancy. So let us continue the story. And Anu, that is Malini's mother, drops oil on the carpet and sets the carpet on fire. Aryan chats with the baby while carrying the baby, and Aryan hears everyone shouting to keep the baby cradle and heads towards a fire incident. So then Emily steps on the board that Anu have actually poured oil on and falls from the step, rolling down till the ground, severely injured, and then Aryan leaves the cradle in shock and falls near Emily. Apita, Sundar, and Namanda rushes towards Emily, and Aryan slowly walks towards Emily and lifts her. Anu and Malini started smiling and standing a distance. Aryan then rushes Emily towards the hospital, recalling her words. And Malini says that toys are meant to break, and even Emily have broken today. Then they got to the hospital. Then they got to the hospital, and Emily's vital sign monitor goes blank. And then the doctor tells Aryan that they only try to save their best, and they save only one life. And announces to Aryan that they lost the baby but saved Emily's life. Shebu Nasa and Malini killed the baby. So it is so sad. This episode is very emotional, like I told you. People, Emily lost her first pregnancy, and then she will actually have issues with her new husband called Aryan because of this. Because Aryan will blame her for the losing of pregnancy, that she was not careful and she allowed Malini to manipulate her, because purely Malini manipulated Emily in this episode, and Emily thought that she was actually trying to expose Malini. Now the adoption did not even work, because there is no way they will even do adoption when the person that called them to expose Malini is actually hospitalized and is in a traumatic state. So guys, thanks for watching up to this point. Do comment how you feel about this, and I'll see you guys on another video, and bye guys.